The following are the major highlights of the NEP, and I'm putting it into a nutshell. Public spending on education by states and the centre has been increased to 6% of the gross domestic product. The Ministry of Human Resource Development has been renamed as the Ministry of Education. There will be no rigid separation between arts and science, academic and vocational, curricular and extracurricular streams. Education to the gifted children will be looked into on priority. Establishment of a gender inclusion fund will be in place. New pedagogy and curriculum for school education. There will be something called as the early childhood care education, otherwise which will be termed as ECCE. So the existing education structure, which is 10+2, will slowly be weeded off, and it will be redesignated as 3+2+3+3+4, which will be segregated as the following. Number 1, the foundational stage. This will be for a total of 5 years. Here, 3 years at the Anganwadi, Balvatika, preschool, play school for children in the age group of 3 to 6 years with multi-level play and activity-based learning. 2 years in class 1 and 2 for children in the age group of 6 to 8 with multi-level play opportunities and activity-based learning. The next stage, the preparatory stage, this will be for a total of 3 years for classes 3 through 5. For children in the age group of 8 to 11 years, activity-based and interactive classroom learning will be given priority. The next is middle stage. This will be for a total of 3 years. For classes 6 through 8, for children in the age group 11 to 14 years, experiential learning in science, mathematics, social sciences, arts and humanities will be given priority. The next is the secondary stage. This will be for a total of 4 years. Here for classes 9 through 12, for children in the age group 14 to 18 years, multidisciplinary study, students' choice of subjects, critical thinking, etc. will be given priority. And further going to deal about languages, no languages will be imposed on any state. Up to class 5 and preferably till class 8, the mother tongue will be the medium of instruction as far as possible in both private and public schools. There will be a 3-language system with languages chosen by the state, region and students. Of the 3 languages, 2 should be native languages of India. Sanskrit will be offered at all levels of school and higher education. Other classical languages will be made available mostly on online modules. Foreign languages will be offered as well from the secondary level onwards. Board exams redesigned to test core competencies of students rather than the ability to memorize facts. They will be redesigned to be made flexible and easier for students. Students will be permitted to take the exams twice. They may be modular or semester-wise board exams. There may be exams at different levels based on the level of difficulty. Objective and descriptive types of questions may be raised for different types of exams. A modular model rather than just one board may be in place by the year 2030. School education, the following are the key features. By the year 2030, universalization of education will be implemented from age 3 to class 10. Key assessment will be conducted at classes 3, 5 and 8. This will be something like the board exams which we had in the past, like class 10 and class 12. But these children who fall into the NEP 2020 will take board exams or key assessment in classes 3, 5 and 8. Students can choose subjects especially in secondary school which could include arts and crafts, vocational skills and physical education. By the year 2025, the National Mission on Foundational Literacy and Numeracy will ensure that basic skills are imbibed by class 3 level. From class 6, coding and vocational skills and intense training will be given as a part of the curriculum itself. Indian knowledge, values and culture, including the tribal knowledge, will be integrated into the curriculum. There will be a new accreditation framework for schools. There will be an independent authority for the regulation of both private and public schools. Undergraduation. The undergraduation degree will have a duration of 4 years. Undergraduate degrees will be multidisciplinary, holistic and flexible. There will be multiple exit options with appropriate certifications at each exit point, such as certificate after completing 1 year or in a vocational or professional field, diploma after 2 years, bachelor degree after 3 years. Students completing the 4th year degree program can obtain a degree with research if research subject is within the area of study. As for higher education, postgraduate programs will have a duration of 1 to 2 years. There will be no MPhil programs anymore. In 15 years, the college affiliation system will gradually be phased out. Every college will develop into either a constituent college of a university or into an autonomous degree granting institution. There will be a new umbrella regulatory body for all higher education courses except for legal and medical courses. An academic bank of credit will be established to facilitate smooth transfer between institutions. All standalone technical universities, legal universities, agricultural universities, and health science universities will become multidisciplinary institutions. So, as for teacher education, the minimum qualification for a teaching person would be a B.Ed degree. The B.Ed degree will be a 4-year integrated course. As for the National Institute of Open Schooling and Open Schools, the following are the key points. A, B and C levels will be offered that are equivalent to grades 3, 5 and 8 of the formal schooling systems. Secondary school program can be offered that are equivalent to grades 10 and 12. Next, digital approaches. A National Education Technology Forum, that is the NETF, an autonomous body will be established for the exchange of ideas on the use of technology to enhance the efficiency of the education sector. A new unit will be established dedicated to creating digital education resources of technology to improve classroom processes will be initiated across all levels. Timeline for the formation of the NEP. While the NEP was framed in 1986, it was modified in 1992. The report of the draft was submitted to the Ministry in May 2019. The draft National Education Policy 2019 was shared on the MyGov Innovate portal and on the MHRD website, inviting suggestions from the public and other stakeholders. The foundational pillars of the draft NEP were accountability, access, affordability, equity, and quality. A meeting on the draft was held again in November 2019. Finally, the National Education Policy was approved by the Union Cabinet in July 2020. If you had taken up a professional course, you were not allowed to engage in your vocational or in any other activity that you were passionate about. But the current NEP gives you a scope for that. But still, we are yet to see how this thing is going to have a smooth sail.